All right, I just wanted to get on here very briefly and share with you all a detail that I left out from my dream, my most recent dream. So the dream was where I was on the cruise ship, right? And there's a bunch of elevators on the ship that were having all sorts of issues. I got on one elevator with my group of friends. We were going down, and as we began to descend, one of the cables snapped on the elevator. One of two cables snapped. We began to panic. A voice on the intercom said, "Don't panic. The cable that you're still attached to will bring you to safety." Sure enough, the elevator was brought back up to the starting point. We got off that elevator, got onto another elevator, and rode it all the way down to the bottom successfully. All right. Now, the detail that I left out of that video was the name of my friend on the cruise ship with me, you know? And the reason I left it out at the time is just because I didn't feel it was of the utmost importance. And this is a friend from my past who I don't talk to much at all these days. Last time we spoke might have been one brief exchange a year or two ago. All right. But his name is Fernando. And he was the only person I recall like recognizing. Fernando means voyager or adventurer, but we'll go with voyager because I think that's the purpose, right? To go on a voyage means to go on a long journey, typically by ship, typically by way of sea. So that's another connection to the sea, right? Because the dream took place on a cruise ship. And clearly, Fernando being in that dream has to be symbolic because him and I don't have close interactions. Um, and so I believe that that means one of three things, right? Number one, as I originally said when I shared the dream in the live stream, being on the cruise ship itself may indicate just a journey, right? And so the name Fernando, meaning voyager, it may just be pointing to this journey that we're on, this process. Secondly, the Marine Kingdom. As I mentioned, the Marine Kingdom has a tie to a lot of things going on this earth, and definitely finances. The third thing is trade and commerce, period, right? Um, over 80% of trade, global trade, is done over the seas, across the seas, right? And so it may just be speaking to or confirming that, yes, this dream is about the markets, it is about your investments and the wealth transfer, right? And it could be all of the above. But I just wanted to share that detail that I left out because I believe it's important. I'll probably be doing a live stream this weekend, Saturday, um, on dreams and visions in general. Selling the dream. Thank you again for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, I'll probably Saturday, right? So be on the lookout for that. Obviously, I'll make a post about it. I'll set it up and let you know ahead of time. You had a Luna dream. Awesome. Awesome. And so, looking at the market, Bitcoin around 57K right now. I haven't checked it in a couple of hours, but made a big jump yesterday, and this might be the spike before the crash or before a crash. Um, I personally feel March, April, May are months to take profits. I'm not telling you to. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you what I feel and what I think is going to take place. March, April, May will be months to take profits, and then something's going to change in the summer, right? So, what could this be? What could this mean? This could be the manufactured spike, the bull trap, whatever you want to call it, the run before the big run uh, that's starting right now, right? And so there will be opportunities to take profits potentially over the next few months. We got the Bitcoin halving soon. Then something's going to change. Maybe that's the first cable snapping in my dream, right? And so maybe that's the drop to 30K for Bitcoin that some people have talked about. But then it rebounds back to around where it was at, right? Like in my dream, the cable snapped, but then we were brought back up. Don't panic, brought back up. And then we go all the way down. And people have shared recently, some people have prophesied of a crash in the fall winter time. So just potentially, these are other people's prophecies. This is not me saying this. I'm just speculating. But what I personally believe, based on certain things that I've seen and some other prophecies, but I shared in my members section recently, I had a vision during a nap a few days ago that leads me to believe two things are happening, one in the spring and then one in the summer. Um, and I don't have full clarity, but the way I'm leaning right now is taking profits over the next few months. Fill your bucket. Hey, if that's what you feel led to do, do it. I'm straying far away from telling people what to do, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, and you take that for what you will. Take it back to the Lord, because I strongly believe you need to get with God about your strategy and your plan. Too many people are going to prophetic voices in a way that they should be going to God, right? And looking for these people to tell them every step of the way, which isn't wise, because we know in part and we see in part, right? So, how can you expect one person to give you a perfect plan for you? You're a unique individual, and God has a unique plan for your life, right? Now, it's good to listen to prophetic voices. Part of what goes into what I say is I listen to other people who I trust, which helps me paint a more well-rounded picture, right? Because I know in part, they might have a part, this person might have a part, and now I'm getting a more well-rounded picture of what to expect. So prophets have a place, absolutely. Prophecy, prophetic, dreams, visions, all that has a place, but none of it should replace your relationship with God. Nick says, I heard a prophecy that God will force people that didn't believe in Sheba to invest heavily into it. I know nothing about that. I assume the purpose of that is to raise the price, to fulfill the prophecy of the price going very high, but I don't know.